Hello everyone. On the back of what last week was some glorious weather, we're paying the price a little bit this week for that. Not quite so pleasant, so whatever you're doing indoors, I hope you're keeping safe and well and keeping yourselves occupied. I spoke last week about our classrooms and what our classrooms would look like, so we thought it would be a good opportunity to show you that today in this week's update. As you'll see on the desk, all students will come in and have access to hand sanitizer and tissues when they enter the room. I mentioned last week about the implementation of the guidance and the use of rows, which is as this room is set out. And at the front of each room, there is adequate space for all adults and all teachers to have a minimum of 2 metres to be able to socially distance from the children, which is the expectation as per the guidance we've received. So I just wanted you to see what that will look like in action for our children when they return back in September, which we're really looking forward to. It's less than a couple of weeks away now. So just a few more fine bits of detail for you to take into account and just to be ready for when students come back. The first one, which I want to reiterate and just show you some images of to make sure it's really crystal clear in your mind, are the entrances that our students will be using when they come back to school. So for our Year 7 students, they will enter our site. Remember, nobody on site before 8:30 in the morning, please. They will enter our site from the top car park gate that you can see just over my shoulder. They will make their way along the top car park and in through the community gate, and then they'll be guided then into the school building. Our Year 8s will come in through what is our normal main student entrance, but they will come in through up the steps through into main reception. Our Year 9 students will use the lower of the 2 car park gates. It's actually currently our exit gate, and they will make their way along the car park, in through the gate at the bottom of the car park, and then in through the back of the canteen to move up into the maths block classrooms. Our Year 10s, and for all of you Year 10 parents, this is particularly important that you bear this in mind. They will come in using the pedestrian entrance on the Wolverhampton Road by Sam's Gym. So you'll see from the image where that's located. There's some important information which follows about drop-offs, which I'll go through in a moment, which I need you to pay attention to. But clearly that is quite a significant change to their normal entrance to the school site. And our Year 11 students will come in through what is been our traditional entrance to the school, in through the main school gates, turn right, walk along past the bike shelters, round the school building, and then in through the bottom of technology, which will then take our Year 11s into the area that they need to be. The information I want you to be aware of, and just to remind you, because I know that I've mentioned it previously, first of all, that is that Pound Road is very much a no waiting zone for us. So we don't want any students congregating on Pound Road, but we do understand that with our car park out of action and there's no entrance or access to the car park for parents, you will need to drop your children off. So that will be appropriate at the most appropriate points. Please take consideration of the road markings, but please do make sure that there is no stopping whatsoever on the Wolverhampton Road. It's a fast road. It is a dangerous road if people don't follow the appropriate rules. So please do not consider dropping your children off on the Wolverhampton Road because of the fast moving traffic. Feel free to drop them off at one of the adjacent roads and they can walk along. Or clearly, if you've got alternative plans for your child to get to school, then that's something that they'll need to take into consideration. But again, I just wanted to go over that because it's really important information to make sure of a nice, smooth and seamless start to the school day for all of our students and all of our community. Something which I just wanted to speak about from a safety perspective within the classroom. We've got the hand sanitizer and tissues and lots of other control measures in place. But it's just a couple of small things which I think can get lost along the way but are really important. Number one is chewing gum. Our rules are that we shouldn't have chewing gum in school. And clearly, with COVID being something that is passed on through water droplets, through spit, saliva, etc. It's now a time more than ever where we've got to say there should be no chewing gum used in school. Unfortunately, not everybody always disposes of it in the right way, but it's just something that we can absolutely do without. So there is no need for any chewing gum to be in school, and we'd ask you to take that into consideration. Secondly, water bottles. If you have a water bottle, we'd urge you to send your child with their own water bottle to school. Clearly, the water stations are still available, so they'll be able to fill up their water bottles, but it would help us massively if they're organised, prepared and have their own water bottles for school. Our timetables are now live on the EduLink system, for those of you that use the EduLink system. And I just wanted to clarify something which has come up over the last couple of days to us. When you go in and have a look at your child's timetable in EduLink, if you can access it, you will see that our class codes are slightly different. I don't want it to alarm you or worry you. Historically, we've had a system of bandings, A band, B band, C band, which have been used. We are no longer using bandings linked to ability. We're going to be teaching in mixed ability groups for the vast majority of lessons, particularly in Key Stage 3. So if your child is in year 7, 8 or 9 and you see a class code that signifies A, B or C on the class code, please don't worry about that. That is simply an organisational thing for us as a school, and it links in with form groups. Key Stage 3's children are going to be taught as part of their form groups, and all it means is that if you are in form group A, B, C or D, it will show with an A code next to it. E, F, G and H will show as a B code. I, J, K and L will show as a C code. So please don't think that there's been any change to bandings or anything like that. It's just simply an organisational code that we are now using. In terms of the next steps for us, there will be another update for you next week, which we'll be sharing with you, and that will be the final one of the holiday. As you can imagine, like all schools nationally, is something I mentioned last week, we are currently in the thick of things for our Year 11s, and I just wanted to take this opportunity just to congratulate all of our Year 11s that will have been collecting their exam results this week. We're really pleased that so many of our students that have worked so hard over the course of their time at Oldbury Academy have got their just desserts, and they're leaving us with a set of results that really do open doors for them to move on to the next stage of their lives and education. We're thrilled for them. We're obviously really keen to move forward as a school and keep on with our improvement journey. We know that's something that we'll be working with you on. So look out for the final update next week. Thank you for listening and see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.